years after that. So I think it's literally the way they do it is potentially... Well, there's 4 championships in the driveway, or 5 championships in the driveway. Don't know how long that is, but that is the 5th.
Not to elongate the point, but just my whole thing is that they've been playing it in 5 years, but this could be the first time it's gotten so big that there's a championship. That's what I'm trying to get at.
Well, my notes said that it was the 5th championship.
Well, it's just the 5th year, but
I don't know.
You know.
I don't know. But
Either
my notes
way,
just telling
so
me
they
one
win,
thing. So it doesn't. It doesn't matter.
This is where Ted Denslow comes in. Like, I'm a crazy billionaire. I want to invest in your game because anyone can play it.
But he's clearly out of touch because he literally, and it was a line that I wanted to put in the thing where he's just like, "You kids with your hula hoops and your Zima and your Pac-Man video games and your Dan Fogelberg," and that's literally when Matt Trey turns around and goes, like literally mouths the word Dan Fogelberg. Like he doesn't even know what the fuck that is.
He wants in. And this is where we smash cut 5 years later. Mm-hmm. It is like the biggest deal.
It is a sport.
It's in arenas, there's referees, it's a whole thing.
But I fucking love, and this always makes me smile, that the playing field is still a driveway.
Yeah.
A operating driveway, by the way, because when somebody misses a fucking shot and the basket or the BASEketball goes into the window, if you look inside, there are tools and shit. People use that garage as if it's a real garage. Genius.
And I think it's only the Beers field that has the driveway.
No, they all do.
They all do?
Mm-hmm.
So they're no longer the Shirts, they're the Beers.
Yes.
They're playing the Dallas Felons, I think.
Yeah.
Owned by Baxter Kane, who will be our main bad guy.
Mm-hmm.
And there's Ted Denslow's there, and his wife there, his trophy wife, Jenny McCarthy, Yvette.
Mm-hmm. Well, one of the big things that Denslow sells them on is like he doesn't want it to be so corporate. Like
no corporate owners.
No one changing. They have corporate owners, but no players aren't allowed to be traded. There's no crazy ass merchandising, like ridiculous amounts. There's some, but like enough where you can buy a jersey or something. But it's not like a whole out of control thing. And there's other thing. Oh, salary cap. Like everybody makes the same. And he's like, back in my day when players were treated like indentured servants. Yes. So basically, everyone makes the same amount. Everyone competes. It's all the same. And this is where we cause the problems.
Well, the Bears lose because Coop is psyched out by Denslow basically dying, choking on a hot dog.
Denslow gets choked on a hot dog, and of course, the guy who psyched him out, quote unquote, is just like, "Yeah, it was when I psyched out Coop. You didn't do shit. All you said was Denslow's dying." And
I think even Reamer was just like, if anyone should get credit,
it's Denslow. Dude, weak.
I like that. There's the winners, and they have the winners' shirts and hats. Yeah. But there's also losers' shirts and hats.
Ever since this movie, I've wanted one team to do it. Just one, do it.
If you lose, just have
hats
merch. And shirts.
Have merch.
I do like as they're trying to save him as the hot dog is comedically going
he's constantly trying to give him do the chest compressions, and every time he does, the fucking hot dog keeps popping out, but he's got his head turned every time. And he's trying to tell him, he's literally pointing at it like the hot dog.
I know you want a hot dog. He's like, I know you get a hot dog, but they stop.
Somebody get this man a hot dog. And, of course, then he dies.
They're all egged because it doesn't egg night at the game.
That becomes an ongoing joke that gets beaten in the ground very well.
So, as he's leaving, and everyone wants to talk to Dallas, and the winner's there.
Yeah.
Jenna.
Yes.
Shows up with her kids. Mm-hmm. She operates or runs?
She runs it, yeah. She definitely runs it.
Basically what amounts to Make-A-Wish.
Yeah, kind of.
In this movie, and she's just like, oh, there's Coop, and you might not. She wanted
to... like, you might want to go over the Dallas Felons locker room over there.
She wanted an autograph.
And she literally goes, I know, but the line was so busy. I mean... The kids would really rather talk to you.
Yeah, they'd rather talk to you. So we go to talk to the kids. I don't think Joey was there.
Joey wasn't there.
Yeah.
No, the joke was the blind kid.
Right.
Because Reamer shows up and literally fucking immediately steps in and just tries to bone Jenna, basically, let's face it. To the point where he hands her a fresh baked pretzel that apparently he baked himself, which is not true, but he did. I don't know.
Oh, girls like things that girls like guys that can cook.
Bake.
So
and it's like, what the hell is wrong with you?
Yeah, I think the packet of mustard.
Yeah, it goes great with mustard. She's like, thanks, I guess. And then of course, she says like, would you sign these? Pushing her chest out. He goes, yeah. And then she holds up the ball and goes, oh. And then Reamer just goes, oh, I love kids, and he signs the ball. He's just like, which one's, I don't know what the kid's name is, but which one's that kid? Oh, he's over. And then he throws it and bounces the kid off the head and falls down.
He needs to work on his handwork, buddy.
He's blind, Doug. Oh.
So there's like the news report of Dallas, the city of Dallas burning.
Oh, I love that, but it's.
And I'm like, oh, too real.
There's one thing that I think is genius where he just says something along the lines of like, fuck. This was, I think it's a later one, but this one was just like where they talk about Ted Denslow. And they're like, looks like time just ran out for the old cocksucker. Ted Denslow, 78, his hairpiece, 25.
No, yeah, that was this.
Was it this one? No, it was another one I'm thinking of.
No, he's talking about Dallas.
No, I know this is the right one, but there's another one that popped into my head, too. Okay. I don't think it's the same one, but it's something about, like, raining shit on Joe Cooper.
Oh, that one's later, yeah. No, that was the interviewer.
Was it the interviewer? Yeah, he's like, well, it certainly does seem to be raining shit on Joe Cooper. I'm like, why can't reporters sound like this? Honestly, this is the greatest thing I've ever heard.
So they get invited to Denslow's will reading. Mm-hmm. He hands out some stuff, and I think he's like commemorative plates to this lady.
Yeah.
And then Reamer knocks them over with his like giant.
He's got a wreath.
Flower arrangement. Yeah. He's like, dude, he was buried like 2 days ago. This is the will reading.
Oh,
well, here you go, Jenna.
These are for you.
These are for you.
Yeah.
And he's given the team.
Yeah.
We all think it's going to give to the wife, and Baxter's already trying to move in.
Well, this is the start where we get the sexual innuendos that are taken seriously between Baxter and Yvette.
He's like, go lay some carpet.
Yeah.
And she's actually laying carpet.
Maybe we should lay some carpet. And then she lays carpet. Because basically what happens is if they don't, because
you're given the team,
Coop's
but if you don't win the championship.
Yeah, then it reverts to Yvette.
Yeah.
Because she's just like, but I gave him 6 months of my life. And then that's when they have the whole thing about the laying carpet, and then they have a meeting about how this all can go down. And then Jenna, at one point, she's just like, well, do you want me to start in the next room? No, but my lobby could use a good buffing. And then, of course, she's downstairs with a fucking floor buffer.
In like a cocktail dress.
Yeah, trying to buff the lobby, and she literally knocks everything over and just goes, screw this shit. Like, all right, that was
also
a
buffing the lobby is not.
No, the rest of them are, but this one was not. I've never heard of this one.
Hey, baby, you gonna go buff the lobby? Ugh. No,
not at all. Don't. You creepy bastard.
I need everyone to leave now, and it's just me and Coop. Nobody moves.
Yes.
Coop, remember when you had the crabs?
Like, is no one gonna pause? Okay.
Well, it's also good on your nipples. This cream is great.
It's good on your skin. Feels so good, like that time we were in Thailand. I'm like,
no, Vegas.
What? Vegas? Was it Vegas? I thought it was Thailand. I thought it was a little more exotic.
Too sexy and then he
for my shirt. Too sexy for my shirt. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
Too sexy for his car. Too sexy by far.
Although it is.
How did you? What money or pictures do you have of Ernest Borgnine to literally film him singing Right Said Fred's classic, I'm Too Sexy?
That is spectacular. And
this guy's like old Hollywood.
By the way,
he's singing I'm Too Sexy while rubbing his nipples.
This is Ernest Borgnine's exit of the film, by the way. This is the last time we see him.
His last scene ever in this movie is him rubbing his nipples with cream, singing I'm Too Sexy.
I'm Too Sexy. Give the old man some credit.
God damn.
Damn, he went for it. I do like the little joke, too, earlier, where he talks about giving Coop the team, and he's just like, hey, and now, my beloved beers. Coop? Yes, Mr. Denslow. He yells to the TV, and everyone looks at him.
Levette lays carpet and fucking buffs the lobby.
Yeah.
Beers, and then we get to the teams, where they start winning in the beginning of the season. They beat the Miami Dealers.
And just going forward, it's all 100% a stereotype now.
All of it.
It's all a stereotype, and it's done on purpose.
All of it.
Yeah.
So they got beepers and fucking gold chains.
And they're just very greasy, and it's fucking hilarious.
And I think the main guy they beat at the end, that Squeak Sykes out, that guy plays E. Honda in the Street Fighter movie.
Yes, that's the same guy.
Is that E. Honda?
Yeah, it's the same guy.
Hilarious. There's the New Jersey Informants.
Yeah.
I think in this scene, Joey Coco Diaz plays a ref.
Yes, and there's a story about him. So, I actually managed to hear this story, and I forgot to write it down.
Why wasn't Joey on the informant's team?
There's a reason.
Because Greg Gumberg is, but not.
There's a reason
Joey
for that.
Diaz.
There's absolutely a reason for that. He may have gotten fired.
Oh, okay.
Because so I remember hearing this story. Coco tells the story. He does a podcast, and he was talking about it not recently, but
amazing podcast.
Yeah. And he was saying that the way he got the job was very much during his really, really coked up days. And he was doing, I think, a run on NYPD Blue at the time or something.
Okay, yeah.
And he was literally leaving the lot and stumbled into the audition for this.
No.
And just stumbled. And he got the part.
Like, he literally stumbled into the door.
Are you here for the audition? Yeah.
Yeah, sure,
yeah,
whatever.
Sure, whatever.
What am I reading for?
Yeah. And then they gave him the sides, and he got the part. And his agent's like, I don't know what this is, but you just got offered the part in BASEketball. He's like, oh, that's great. How much is it going to be? And it's like something like $3,000 or $30,000 or something like that for like 3 weeks' work. He was supposed to be in it more.
So he was going to be like a main referee?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And then he was like, holy shit. And he's like, and he's telling the story of like, you think of this in Coke terms. He's like, yes, I need money for a living and shit like that, but how much Coke can I also buy for that? So, like, he's doing it and everything like that, and he's there for the day, but they also, because all of the referees are on rollerblades.
Yeah.
For reasons I don't know.
So what's that aren't explained?
Yeah, so the way that they had this was they would have just a truck backup that was just boxes of rollerblades. So Joey, being a cokehead, just went, just skates running around, huh? So he starts stealing them every night.
Yeah, it sounds like a Coco move.
He ended up stealing like 6 pairs at a time and going to a sporting goods store and selling them. So he's making a fuck ton of money on top of it. They found out. And my guess is, he never finishes the story because he's laughing too hard, but my guess is he got fired. Because he's in one scene. Why would he need to be there for 3 weeks?
Yeah.
In a shoot that could probably have only been 6 weeks. So he's only in one scene. My guess is they fired him.
Right on. We get to a team that isn't safe for 2019 in the San Francisco Ferries.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, shirtless, oiled up cheerleaders instead of like all the other teams have sexy women.
We haven't
cheerleaders.
talked about the cheerleaders. The cheerleaders are everything people joke about cheerleaders.
Watch an XFL game.
Yeah, basically.
There you go.
Yeah.
I do like the first game is like the cheerleaders are wearing like the players are wearing black and that's like black socks and their cheerleaders are wearing black and then they're wearing like these sexy black nighties and then they do a sexy dance or whatever.
They have the creepiest line of the whole fucking thing. Where he's just like, just to think, 6 years ago, this sport was played on only in driveways, and just to think, only 6 years ago, those girls were in grade school. Ugh.
Although Al Michaels and Bob Costas are amazing.
They are great together.
So the San Francisco Ferries, where the psych out is they grab Squeak
and just moon
and pants him.
Yeah,
and it's like, was it Australian for vagina?
Yeah.
and then he gets a foul.
He gets a foul. No, he gets the psych out, and that's what he's throwing just the tag of like, here's where it is. But the referee's clearly offended, and he's like, no, it was an Australian joke. Come on.
And then another joke, one of the better ones in the movie.
Yeah,
he's the next guy's up, and he's
bending
like,
over,
and it's one of those things like, okay, let's go get next guy, and then somebody was walking behind him,
and he
gets
just
up for a bit,
steps up as like clearly somebody goosed him.
No, I think he was just.
No, he goosed him. That was the thing. So he literally goosed him, and he's like looking around, going, "Oh fuck, okay, yeah."
I thought it was just in fear of like, I don't want to bend over.
No, he straight up got goosed, and he's just like, "Oh, okay."
Then we get the San Antonio Defenders, who are just hicks.
Yeah.
And they make, I think, fucking Reamer tries to do like a fucking hillbilly joke where he like hikes up his pants and has fake hillbilly teeth.
They have one that just makes me a joke that makes me laugh so fucking hard. They're fucking psych up. And it's like, you know what we always say? 3, 2, 1. Fuck the Mexicans.
But then they all look at each other like, oh.
Like, wait, what?
We should have said that. I'm like, what?
Because it just seems like all of them are just like, what do you mean? Like, we shouldn't have said that, yet they all did. It was hilarious.
Coop and Jenna with Joey. I think it's just like, well, what do you want? Like, like, what's your final wish?
Yeah.
think he says Chelsea Clinton.
Well, yeah, it starts out with like, what would you like? And he's like,
oh no, it gets horrible.
No, yeah, because he starts out. There's just like, well, I want to hunt
poison the reservoir.
He starts out with, I want to hunt a fucking endangered condor.
No, bald eagle.